Welcome to the first installment of Under Knightville. With this series, we are going to be taking a look at some of the former home sites around the Knightville Dam project area that was completed in 1940. On today's episode, we are going to be taking a look where the O.S. Harris House sat. It gets its name from Orville Samuel Harris, who was the last person to own it before the dam took ownership of it and demolished it in 1939. It was built in the 1800s, and in 1885 it was purchased by a well-known doctor, William Kimball, who moved here from Worthington. Dr. Kimball was a medical examiner for Hampshire County for a number of years. He used it as a summer home and erected a grist mill in the river below it. He was active in town politics and highly respected by the townspeople. He died in 1915, and the house was bought by the Harris family, who lived there until the dam was built in the late 1930s. So this is the first gate that leads down to the dam, and it's the one closest to the dam. And we're right here at the intersection where that road meets Route 112, heading towards Worthington, up that way. So if you want to go and check the place out sometime, all you got to do is, if this gate's closed, you can park right here and just walk around the gate and start walking down the hill. Or if the gate's open, which it sometimes is, usually in the summer, you can just drive right down here. And just keep walking downhill down this road here for about 5 minutes. It's not too far at all. Be careful if you go in wintertime like I am now. It can be pretty slippery coming down here. This road's not maintained in the winter. That's why the gate up there is shut. I wish I brought a sled with me. I'd be there in no time. So you just walk straight down until the dam comes into view on your right. And then this area right here with the brush and the big tree is where the O.S. Harris house sat. This picture here is showing the side and the front of the house. Believe it or not, was right here. It's kind of hard to believe now when you look at it, but the ground here has changed so much from all the flooding and washing out, erosion, you know, stuff washing on shore over the years. But this was where this house sat. I honestly forget if there's even any traces of the house left, but we're gonna take a walk over here and check. Well, I don't see any sign of the house yet. I don't know if we're going to be able to see much or not. This area is so overgrown with all these weeds, and the snow doesn't help either. If there is anything left from the house, you know, like the outline of the foundation or some stones or whatever, it's probably going to be buried. So I guess there may be a slight trace of the house right here. You can kind of see this area has this little kind of prominent raised up knoll right here. And I do see some stones up on top. See right there, I guess it had to have been original to the house. Appears to be all that's left anyway. Looks like actually this whole knoll that I'm standing on appears to be a lot of stone, so this could maybe be the foundation, kind of just all, they could have shoved it here with a bucket loader during the construction of the dam, or who knows what, but that is definitely remains of the home. So I just walked a little bit further past where the house sat. I think I found some remains of the barn here. There's a round cement foundation right here. It looks like it might have been part of a silo for the barn that sat here. You can see the round shape here, and there's the cement there. So this is where the barn was, so this would make sense. So I guess there's a little bit of remains of the Harris house still here. So this photo of the back of the house in the barn right here was taken just about where I'm standing right now. This would have been where the back of the house was. The barn where that silo was right in there. So it's always pretty cool to compare old to new. One other thing worth noting, I actually have a part of an archaeological report that was done on the Knightville Dam property back in the 80s. And it's kind of funny when they talk about this site. You know, they say that the evidence of the house was sparse, but they said, currently the area is littered with tires, beer kegs, metal barrels, clothes, and dead vegetation as a result of periodic inundation related to the river. Which is exactly right. I mean, there's just stuff washed up here everywhere. No beer kegs, but that wasn't surprising. This was kind of a big area for partying back in the day, so I'm sure a few kegs did wash ashore here. So I think next, I have a couple of photos of this house that were taken from that bank way over there, back when there used to be a ski area on that hill. So I think next I'm going to drive over there and walk through the woods and get over on that bank, and we're gonna look at those photos I have that were taken from over there, and we're going to see what it looks like today, try and compare them. And I thought it'd be worth pointing out while I'm here that this dirt road over here, there's one actually that runs kind of along that way. Can't really see it from here, but there's a dirt road right over there, and that road is named Kimball Road, and it's named after the doctor that used to live down where I just showed you. And back in the day, this paved road wasn't here. So back in the day, this road come up out of Knightville, and you would head straight up that dirt road, either left or to the right. So that's why this road was named Kimball Road after Dr. Kimball, who lived right down there. So in these photos here, you can see the old Black Panther ski area. You can see people skiing in that one. And then if you look in the distance, you can see the Kimball Harris house way in the background. So let's see what that looks like today. Ready? Here we go. This is it. So the house would have been right there. That's where we just were. Now we're on the other side of the floodplain. The barn was right there. And the road, Kimball Road, that goes down to the basin now, is right there. It disappears into the water. So this was the same view back about now late 1930s, and here it is today. That's where the Kimball Harris house sat. So yeah, I guess that concludes today's episode of Under Knightville. Just want to thank you for watching. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like this, showing the former house sites, and I'm working on a documentary about the history of this area before the dam was built, so keep an eye on the channel for all that. And yeah, thanks for watching.